It's been a long 10 years, but finally, the series finale has aired for Attack on Titan. I've been a huge fan of this show since season 1, and I'm happy to see such a great show have a proper conclusion. The finale itself had a lot of speculation behind it. I'm sure most people are aware that when the manga itself ended, a lot of fans felt displeased about how it concluded. Thankfully, I managed to avoid any spoilers, and although I love manga, I chose to wait the show out, and I'm happy to say I loved everything about it. The creator Hajime Isayama is a master at storytelling, and seeing how his story played out was worth the wait. The overall theme of the series, being friendship and love, is a great viewpoint that we see often in other media, but rarely played out in such a satisfying way. Spoiler warning for the rest of the video, but the elements that the story held and all the high risk and death throughout the entire story felt bleak and heartbreaking, knowing that in the end, war will always be there, and that the future itself is bleak and scary, but a realistic concept within itself. My favorite part of the overarching narrative is Eren's crusade against the rest of humanity. His persistence to fight by any means turns the story on its head in season 4, to where now the characters we have known to love are faced with a tough choice of surviving with unbearable guilt or to risk their lives to protect those who view them as monsters. However, the finale tells us that Eren's actions weren't stemmed towards hatred, but rather love for those he cares for, and what one man is willing to do to keep the people he loves safe. Overall, I believe that the story ended in a flawless manner, exposing the truths of the cycle of hatred, and that war is inevitable. Eren himself knows that what he did is wrong, but ridding the world of the Titan problem, and knowing that his companions will live long lives, is what mattered to him most. Eren Yeager was everything the show claims for him to be, a hero and an island devil, and he accepts this. As a slave for freedom, the rumbling was always inevitable. For those who say that the story ended in a meaningless way, I would say that all life starts and ends in the same way. But what you're willing to do with the time that you have is what gives life meaning, and Attack on Titan embraces this philosophy. Everything ends the same way it begins.